So hope you guys can see my screen. So I'm Ashen Wijesinghe.
You're audible enough.
Okay. So guys, I'm Ashen Wijesinghe and I am a cybersecurity internet e-guardian. So this is myself. Let's move on to the next slide. Actually, I just want to talk about my previous experience that I have gained from the ITP project. Okay. When we look into the ITP project, we can categorize this into a major two topics. So the first one is the project goals, and the second thing is the team roles. So when you talk about your project goal throughout the ITP project, it can categorize into the research and developments, and also learn about the project management, and also meeting the what it called the critical deadlines, and also the proper documentation. So later on, I will explain what are the team roles that you can identify throughout the ITP projects. So I think all of you guys are from the second semester. So most of you guys haven't done an internship about related to ITP or any IT job. So the most important thing is you guys can identify your future goal throughout this project. As an example, project manager or a front-end developer or a back-end developer, also as a data science specialist or a UI UX engineer or a QA, as well as DevOps, as well as some sort of, there are some sort of job vacancies like, okay, so throughout this project, you guys can learn about the tech stack as well as and complete idea about the version controlling that we are using in the industry. Sorry guys, I'm having some sort of technical issues throughout my environment. So that's why I'm lagging. Okay, so let's move and talk about the project planning and management. So throughout this project, you guys have to initially plan the complete project. So you guys have to define the project scope as well as timeline, as well as your team roles. So you also, okay. So the next thing is you guys have to take a deep idea about the tools and processes, and also about a software related to the project management like Jira and Trello. Also, you guys have to get a complete idea about the agile methodologies. So it will help to implement your project. So in here, you guys can see there are some sort of keywords like agile practices and including sprints, as well as some sort of which is called stand-ups. Okay, guys. So this is the development process. So the first thing is sprints. So it is a something iterative development with the clear defined variables. So within those sprints, you guys have to meet some sort of targets. Okay. So the next thing is the code collaboration. So you guys have to use the GitHub and some sort of version control and technologies to use those things. And the last thing is the Scrum ceremonies. So which is I have mentioned before. So the first thing is the daily stand-up. So that means you guys have to discuss about your updates about the ITP project. So the next thing is the retrospective and the planning meetings. So which means that you guys have to get a clear idea and what are the responsibilities that you have to do through this project, and move on to next slide. Okay. So in here, I'm going to talk about challenges that we have faced. So the first one is the technical challenges. So you guys can have some sort of integration issues as well as some sort of complex bugs, and also architectural decisions making. So in here, you guys have to face all those things throughout the ITP project. And also the next thing is the team related challenges. So the first of most important thing is the communication. So you guys have to communicate with each other, and also the coordination and the task management. So you guys have to meet some sort of critical deadlines related to the ITP project. So in order to do that, you guys have a good communication in between your team members, and also you guys have to manage your project very well. Okay, so the next thing is the problem solving strategies. So there are a few sort of ways. So the first one is the collaborative troubleshooting, and second one is research, and the last one is the continuous improvement. So within those ways, you guys can improve and solve out your problems. So moving to the next slide. Okay, so these are the key learnings. So the first one is the technical skills. So you guys can have a deep understanding about your project technology and the tech stack and related things. So in our project, we have used the MERN stack and also version controlling and some sort of related technology called the 3Js for our 3D object manipulation. So the second thing is soft skills. So in order to improve your soft skills, you have to communicate very well. Also, you have to present very well, and likewise things. Also, the very important thing is the collaboration. So you guys have to collaborate with each other, and you guys have to solve out your problems in that way. Also, the last thing is the presenting. Also, which is very important for you guys in the ITP project. So the last thing is the project management. Okay, so this is the slide where we have discussed about the achievements and outcomes. So in here we have to face for some sort of milestones. So you guys have to complete your ITP project uh, in the given time period. Create and define your project scope very well. Okay, so the next thing is the feedback and recognition. So you guys have to get a positive feedback from your professors and your lectures. And yeah, so these are the achievements and outcomes. So moving to the next slide. So in ITP project, you guys have to develop some sort of a challenging application throughout your semester. So in order to get a proper internship, you guys have to develop a complete working level of ITP project. So it will have to face and interviews in a companies. So the thing is, you guys can have a complete understanding about the tech stack as well as your project. So they will gonna ask about your previous projects and those things, and you guys can show out your ITP project and get some sort of value related to the project. So it will help to get a good internship related to the IT sector. Uh, so so this is very important. And the next thing is, so guys, I'm going to end up the slideshow. So the major thing is this project has been involved in strengthening your tech stack, which is Mount Stack or a Mount Stack or whatever. Also, you guys have to get a clear understanding about the version controlling and those expertise things, as well as your soft skills like communication, collaboration, and problem solving. Also, the next thing is you guys have to get a complete understanding about your practical experience, which is related to the ITP. So it will help to adapt for the cooperative work environment. Uh, Also, it is very crucial for software developers to apply their knowledge and soft skills as well. So the last thing is you guys can have some sort of encouragement, like just think that you have developed some sort of an interesting application. So you guys can, yeah, you guys have to create a good ITP projects because you guys can emphasize that projects and related technologies within your CV as well as LinkedIn and also in your Jitta profile. So that will help to face an interviews, and also it will improve your skills related to the ITP projects as well as your industry experience. And yeah, so that's all about my previous experience from the ITP project.